shawty, big shawty, big shawty, big
Chickadee check check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. It's the yes.
Welcome to the Morning Cup of Culture Show. I'm your host, Brooke Black. This is a community of inclusiveness, diversity, and belonging through social justice, culture, and music. You guys, it is snowing crazy outside.
So hard. I'm like, I keep peeking. I'm like, how bad is it? How many inches we get? Yeah.
It was raining when I was on the way here to the spot. Where are we right now?
Yeah. We are OG Cannabis Products.
OG Cannabis Products.
In Mill Creek. We are getting a new location, but shout out Peaks and Valleys into Willa.
Peaks and Valleys.
Out by Asylum 49. That's our new location. It's like a sister joint.
Oh, I know right where that is.
Yo, check it out. It's super dope.
Oh,
They got
so
dope stuff. Yeah,
excited.
Peaks and Valleys doing big things.
So what's that cartoon where it rains pancakes and cheeseburgers?
What?
The cartoon, the Pixar animation?
Oh, wait. Are you talking about Cloudy with a Chance
yes!
of Meatballs? Yeah.
Well, it's snowing with a chance of slippery and wet right now.
Man,
so.
yeah. You know, it's coming. It's coming. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It could be worse.
But I haven't even introduced my favorite person.
But, I mean, hey, that needs to be addressed.
That
had to be said.
Because it's, like, dangerous
It's
outside right now.
And plus, we're, like, looking right at it. Like,
and we're at the spot. So
we are at the spot. We're safe.
Blue,
We're safe.
Blue, how did you hook this up? Like, how did you come across this venue?
Well, you know, it's a long story. I'll give you the short version.
Okay, because y'all are moving anyway.
Yeah,
so.
we're moving anyway. So I did a show back in 2020. It was, I think I want to say March. And it was
Okay.
it was a show with Juggy, right?
Okay,
and,
yeah.
And I had done my set, and then when I had gotten off, some girl came up to me, and she's like, "Are you Icy Blue?" And I was like,
The one and only.
yeah. I was like, yeah. And she like geeked out
Yeah.
hard, and she was like, "I listen to all your music and blah blah." And I was
That
like,
part.
"Whoa, that's kind of weird because I don't know you at all. It's weird."
That superstar stuff, though.
Yeah, it was crazy. And after that, I found out that she and her business partner were going into business starting OG, you know, and they were
OG.
just kind of barely getting this place started, like
Okay.
kind of right when I met her. And I helped her out with her video stuff and
Yeah.
recording her like little lives that she would do, and
Oh,
her
that's
and
awesome.
her and Sarah, and yeah, just kind of help out with whatever they need. Now we have our own podcast, which is cool. Yeah,
let's talk about that. What's it called?
It's called Grind and Unwind.
Grinding on Wine.
You can find it on Anchor, it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff.
We'll definitely link that in the video.
Yeah, we'll get it.
So what do you guys do on the podcast?
It's, you know what? It's a lot of like a chat show.
Okay.
We went kind of back and forth a long time about kind of what show we wanted.
Yeah.
Right. And we didn't want to be just like every other show out there, right? Every other show I feel like has a gimmick and has like thing, right?
It does.
And so like we felt that like, we as individuals were unique ourselves, and we should just do a chat show, and we should just talk about shit we like.
Yeah, I like it. Conversations about nothing in
Exact-
particular.
Yeah, exactly. And,
That's my slogan, you know?
and it's cool because it like really enhances the friendship. I learned things about them that I didn't know. And it's
Opinions,
cool. Yeah.
outlooks,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
And they learn things about me that they didn't know, which kind of surprises them sometimes. But it's fun. It's cool. It's a good time. And we do like sometimes we'll do like games. So we'll do like Guess That Celebrity. We'll do like we'll give like little hints of like who the celebrity is, and we'll try to have them guess it. So yeah,
That's kind of cool.
It's a fun
I
little
like it.
time,
How
yeah.
would you feel if we were like playing Connect 4 right now?
you know what? I've got some PTSD with Connect 4.
Okay, what if it was like, I don't know, Shoots and Ladders or
I mean,
That's kind of a long game, but
It's a long
you
one.
see what I'm saying?
I
Like
could go
Battleship,
I could do
something like
checkers
that.
on you.
Checkers? Okay,
on
I'm
you.
down with
We could do
checkers.
some checkers.
Because I've thought about like where I want to go with this, and because Morning Cup of Culture is community, like not everyone is into hip hop, you know.
Yeah, of
and
course,
so
yeah,
I want to
exactly.
include people on another level of what their communities are like and social
That's
justice
cool.
and that kind of
I
stuff.
love that.
So.
I would love to play games. What?
Yeah,
That'd be like the
I've
coolest
thought
thing.
about it.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd
like,
be
maybe
dope.
I should, but then I thought I'm really weird about the audio. So like when people are in the room and like their cups are clicking.
Oh God,
or-
Yahtzee.
right. So Connect
Let me tell you
4,
about
I'd be
myself.
like, but it adds to the ambiance.
No, it's
you
great.
know?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think
So
it's
you
cool.
guys are moving to Tooele.
Yes.
You got the podcast.
Yes, got the podcast going. We just ended season 1.
Okay.
So all of season 1 is available. We are recording season 2 right now. So season 2 will be coming out next year.
Huh.
So yeah.
If you guys want to have a guest, let me know. I'll
you
come
are
and chop
on.
it up, mix
You
up
are
the flavor a little
on.
bit.
You are on, no doubt. Next episode, you're on.
Now you had a mixer tonight, right?
We had a little bit of a thing tonight.
Okay.
It was a kind of like a paint night, right?
Yeah.
So we brought some canvases and we got some paints and
Yeah,
brush. And,
I see.
just paint,
it's
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to reach out and grab that paint right now, but it's probably drying, so we won't do that.
But no, yeah, it's we like to do a lot of different things here. Like we had with cooking classes,
Yeah.
joint rolling classes, like almost
Get them
anything.
skills up,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. And we've had crazy events here. Like we had Eternal from Wu-Tang that was here.
Oh dang!
And he did
okay.
like a little show here. And
Shout
stuff like
out to
that.
him.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of history in this room. It's kind of crazy. We've even this past Halloween they turned this place into a haunted house.
Oh wow!
So like we broke this thing down. It was in sections.
Where have I been?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
it's been nuts.
Kale, I'm gonna stay tapped in,
Stay
even if I have to
tapped
drive
in.
out to Tooele, because
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
be worth the trek.
It's dope.
Are you guys gonna be doing the same kind of events out there?
Yeah. We do want to do some different events out there because they do have like a stage out there. And
Okay.
It's a little bit more equipped to do like shows and stuff like
Oh hell yeah!
that. But on a hush hush, on the low low,
hush
we are
hush.
actually looking to get like our own warehouse space in the future,
What?
where we can have all of our content in one area.
Yay!
So, yeah,
a
it's
little
gonna be-
creative
it's gonna be
art
dope.
space.
Yeah, a little creative
I
studio.
love that. So,
So-
if anyone's looking to sponsor any cannabis events,
There it is.
Tap
Hit us
in with
up.
Icy Blue.
Get us in there.
Yeah,
Get
now you
us
guys
in.
have apparel too. I was noticing you guys have T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, there's always T-shirts that they're making. They're always making them too for their special events and their special things. So we did like grinding and wine shirts that
Yeah.
were available for a short amount of time.
I might have to have y'all make some Morning Cup of Culture
let's do
shirts.
it. Let's
I mean,
do
I
it.
need some T-shirts.
Do it. Yeah, we
even if I'm
have-
just wearing my own brand. You
Yeah,
know?
you have to. No, we definitely partner with a lot of great people that make shirts. So shout out to the 420V boys.
420 B-Boys.
They definitely help out a lot.
B Franks has got that MC battle coming up.
Oh,
Did
dope.
you see it?
No, I did not.
I'm not
check
going to
that
speak
out.
on it
Okay,
too much
yeah,
because
okay.
I can't name the other guy.
Yeah.
I only know one of the guys, and you can't.
Yeah.
It'll be bipartisan if I name
Yeah.
one and not the other. But B Franks is hosting an MC battle, so I'll tag that in the video too because I think that owes some.
I just saw B Franks not too long ago.
Yeah,
Just,
I met him through Mana because I went. Well, Nasha does the events, and she was hosting an event that Mana was performing at, and I went to go see Mana perform.
Yeah.
And that's how I met B Franks because they were there performing.
That's so funny because like I literally just had a show with Mana in Provo with Poet. Yeah.
Had Poet 801?
Yeah, Poet.
Oh, my
801. And
gosh.
Coma, DJ Coma was there. It was a good time.
That's like my heart right there.
Yeah,
I
it
love
was
DJ
dope.
Coma.
It was and Mana killed it. She
She
is
always
so
does.
Good.
She
so good.
I can't speak too much on it because she encourages me to pull my MC out, but I keep shoving my MC in the box. So
You let her out, girl.
she'll come out. She'll come out when she's ready.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
All right,
Keeping it
okay,
under
all right,
wraps,
all right,
you know.
All right. You gotta take your time. You can't unleash the dragon at one time.
No,
Right.
but we've talked about everything but your music. So wait,
man.
before we jump into your music,
yeah.
when did you fall in love with hip hop?
You know, it's a good question. If I think back, probably when I was like maybe like 7, 8, right? Just seeing Fresh Prince, right, and just hearing that on TV, you know.
I love that. That's your reference point for hip hop. You know what I mean?
That and like
he's a dope musician though.
That's where like music, like hip hop music, really took me, right?
Okay. Now, were you in Utah at this point, or were you still living in Atlanta?
No, I was in Utah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in Utah. It wasn't until I was a little bit older and I heard like NWA and Ice Cube and like Method Man.
Okay,
like,
the switch from Fresh Prince.
It was more like hip hop was like it was like cool. This is awesome. But when I heard them, that was like this is what I want to do.
Okay, yeah,
that's what I want to do.
It solidified and resonated and got under your skin.
I was like, yo, these guys are doing what's in my head.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
But you're younger than me.
I'm 33. Yeah.
So not too much younger than me. So yeah, that's definitely the era. Mine started much younger, but so with that being your love of hip hop, when did you actually start taking it seriously and like taking yourself seriously as an artist?
Another good question. I think for me, like I think I've always like taken it seriously, like in my heart, right?
Right.
And that's ever been since like junior high, right?
Okay.
But like as far as like like putting things together and like getting things straight and like trying to gain fans, like I had a group, a hip hop group that I did stuff with, and that was like back in like 2006.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And we did our thing, but we were young kids back then,
Just learning the craft.
I feel like a lot of like rappers these days, they talk about their ARs and their stuff like that. We were talking about guns way before they were. Right. Just saying. But and then after we split up, I still wanted to do music, but I was afraid to go solo.
Really?
Because in junior high, I had this buddy I rapped with,
Okay, so it was
and then I went to a group. Yeah, it was a comfort zone thing. And so then after we split, like I just knew that I had to do it. Like I just, you know what I mean? And so ever since 2013, that's kind of when I just started doing my own thing and been dropping shit ever since.
Dude.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with your music. I remember we were at, I don't know what it's called now, but it was a bar over there on like 300 West between 400 and 500 South.
Oh, Five Monkeys. Right?
No, that's Murray.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
No, this was oh my gosh, it's had so many names. It's by the loading dock. So you go, the bar's in front and the loading dock was in the back.
Oh man, what is that place called? It's by area.
It's completely changed now, but it was that club.
That little club. Okay,
and
that's fine.
I had just done the interview with Miss Shy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
that's and I was like, who's this Icy Blue Cat that I keep hearing in the tracks? And she's like, oh, he's dope. You should come out to the venue. And I came out and I was like, blown away. Because you have major stage presence. Like, you're a performer. Because, I mean, our history is a little different than some of the other podcast guests that I've had.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
I kind of know Brooke a little bit, We're kind of like homies, so don't worry about it.
We're kind of friends.
Like, don't worry about it.
So to see you in that moment, I was like, yo, this artist is dope. But in the streets, it's like, you were that guy performing on stage and like really like animated, and your artistry just oozes from you from when that microphone's in your hand. And then to like working at Netflix, it was like
gang, right?
So like super humble, super chill. So where did you get that? Was that part of the group where you learned your stage presence, or did that come into your solo career? When did that shift? Because I love your showmanship.
When I think back to it, probably definitely with the group. With the group that we had, like my one friend's dad was very adamant about us pursuing this, right?
Okay, so he was like rehearsed.
He was like our manager.
That's awesome,
right? Like, I mean, I guess
you're thinking what a dick, but at the time you're like, this
wild.
Is dope.
It was cool. I mean, he helped us get us shows and stuff like that, and he kind of helped us break the ice a little bit. But I would say after that moment, once we started just performing on our own, right? We started like getting in sync, right? And I started feeling what my verse was going to sound like versus theirs.
Gotcha.
And it was kind of like almost like a play, right?
Yeah,
You
back
have like
and forth.
your beginning act, your middle act, and your ending, right?
Yeah.
And so I try to take that, like, you know, when I do my own solo things, but it really kind of just depends on like the set, you know. It depends on when I'm performing.
Yeah.
You know, if you're performing for like a bunch of Juggalo kids, like they're not gonna want to hear a bunch of love songs. You know what I mean? Like that's just not their cup of tea.
But that's what sets you apart.
Exactly.
Because your music is diverse. I feel like you don't have one lane that you stay in. You stay in your sound, which I think is key to why your music is so likable. I mean, honestly, because we were talking about the show that you just did and that girl coming up to you and fangirling and you're like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, that's superstar status when you have fans coming up to you and like, I listen to all your music and blah, blah, blah. It's nice to meet you finally.
I love it.
What does that feel like?
It's crazy. I can't really, it's like, you ever been in school and someone tells you did a really good job on a test?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that good feeling, right?
Yeah.
But like times 100 because it's something that you did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I still remember this to this day. I did this song, and I think it was Skyfall featuring Recognize. And my one homegirl hit me up, and she said that song saved her life. And I was like, yo, what?
Giving me goosebumps.
Hold on, wait, what?
Where, when, how?
And like, she didn't go too much into depth about it, you
Right.
know, but she just said that, you know, she was in a really dark time. And that song just helped her push through one more day, you know. And her life's on track, you know. She's doing good.
That's the
now.
beauty of it, though, is how we can connect to people through music, and we don't even have to like really know them. I feel like a lot of people resonate with artists, but then they act like they know the artist, and it's like that's not the artist, that's the music. Like there's a whole other person on the other side of the music that you got to take time and get to know, and if they're not open to that, you'll only know their music. And so it's like, I don't know, that's the interesting part about the industry. How do you feel that translates into being like a dad?
I think it's wild because, like, I mean, my daughter is like my everything, right? And
Yeah.
like I hate like being away from her when I have to do things and do shows and stuff like that. But as far as like, you know, me being in the industry and doing what I do, I mean, she loves it, and she roots for me, you know, when I perform.
Your
and
biggest
stuff like
fan.
that. Yeah, so
What is it, Daddy's Little Caterpillar or Mommy's Caterpillar? I can't remember.
It's Daddy's Little Caterpillar.
Daddy's Little Caterpillar.
Or
okay.
Maybe it's Daddy's Little Champion, Mommy's Little Caterpillar.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. It's a great hashtag, though, because
I've
love
kept it for years, so I was just like, yo, that's got to continue. I can't just not do that.
How do people find you on social media?
Yo, so you can find me, mostly it's all just Blue Music. It's kind of hard to find, but it's Blue_music. And you'll find it.
So what song am I playing today?
This song is called No Cap, and this song is bananas.
Tell me the concept of the song.
So the concept of the song is just really having no limits to your potential.
I like that.
Yeah, just kind of like, and I mean, I always like to give this as the Christopher Nolan reason.
Okay.
My songs are almost really about what you want them to be about.
Oh, man.
Like that song to me, like, sure, it's about, you know, not having any limits and, you know, shooting for the stars, right? But it could just be like not having like a cap on what you say, or just like not having like any sort of cap at all, and you can just absorb information.
Every time I had a thought, I went and fucking did it. I done burned some bridges with the shit that I have written. I don't have no cap and no, I do not have a limit. I'm just in the kitchen and I'm coming out with chicken. Oh my god, that fucking bar's hilarious. When I'm walking down the street, them niggas always be like Darius. I should pull a grizzly and become a vegetarian, cause I don't wanna beef, apparently that's not American. I know grimy niggas and they're posted on the block, holding on the heavy with no fear of getting shot. Rolling, keep it steady over here like it's a job, and we're always fucking ready, best believe me, that's a squad. I'ma pop his bottle, I'ma down it with my sorrows, make it disappear like I was Michael Carbonaro. People didn't listen when I dropped him Human Hollow. I'ma pull Leonardo, bet I'll make it till tomorrow, yeah. I'm an artist till my heart no longer beats. My bars are hard like trying to keep both your eyes open when you sneeze. Don't get me started with the carnage, sip on venom when I'm drinking. Cowards call me Freddy Krueger, I'ma get them when they're dreaming, when they sleep. If you are one, then you should say a prayer. Pray to Gaia or to Allah, Jesus, I don't really care, cause I'm the creature in the the dark, I'm hiding underneath the stairs. You hear a sound come from behind you, turn around with no one there. You feeling nauseous or like something, so you go and get a drink. But now it's nodding in your stomach like when Georgie couldn't breathe. And I'm not talking 2020, this was 2017. Like in that movie with the clown and not the scene with the police. Or their brutality, cementing a twerk into our reality. The evil in the filled with dread and darkness just like Palpatine. I'm about to get it on tonight and make sure all the bars are right. Some people disagree cause I'm a monster, but I'm also like a major giant in my mind, no nuisance to the village. Call it what you wanna, but no blue is for the children. Try to be a hero to the few who wanna listen. They go and paint a picture, try to turn me to a villain. So
do I got 'em? No option, man, it's a must. Blood, sweat, and Prada, pass me by, you smell the musk. Hip-hop be the roof above my head, I'm beaming trust. You ain't talking nothing if you ain't talking about us, we leveled up. Promoted this office penthouse. They gon' see me and say where he come from, man, I been round. SpongeBob when they drop it's a flop, I'ma head out. They just playin' keep up, I'm hollering, get the lead out. Cause it's heavy round these parts, got 'em shook, hear 'em tremble from such steady sounding bars. If you gon' play your cards, just know I'm always royal flush. No Humpty Dumpty, this gon' leave 'em boiled up. Spoiler, they gon' die at the end of their movie. I mean, if this were a game to me, I'm winning, they're losing, but I don't play around. So it's best to know your bounds. It's recommended if you here for business, you don't stay in town. They gon' pull you out, that's why I prove it now. Some I'll have 'em tuning out, interesting who views it now. Family turned enemies, catch 'em rooting for the end of me, as if they didn't know Rufio don't know about surrendering. 1, 2 to the 3, let me count and see. My next check already fat, what did increase? I cannot go back, but oh to my throwback. Let everyone know that I'm self-made, long hair, no cap. 1, 2 to the 3, let me count and see. My next check already fat, what did increase? I cannot go back, but oh to my throwback. Let everyone know that I'm self-made, long hair, no cap.
There it is.
Oh.
Killed it.
Oh.
Ooh, so mean. So
Yo,
mean.
who's the producer on that?
You know what? I don't have the name right now. I don't have the name right now.
We'll link it in the
We'll
credits.
link it.
We'll link it in the
It's
credits.
fire.
But
It's
yo,
fire.
that's Rufio on there with
Rufio
you?
killed it.
Bro, okay, funny story. The first time I saw him perform, Slap Lake City, shout out to DJ Juggy.
Gee.
He took Cholula to the face,
The hot sauce.
the hot sauce, to the face,
Rufio. To the face.
like a bottle of whiskey.
Like
he
a
was
boss.
like, but he had to like, you know,
Oh, you have to shake
Cholula.
it. You have to shake it real quick. You know?
And he's like trying to compose himself afterwards. He had never done it, but he had like the Cholula shirt on, you know. And
Okay.
so it was
I wonder if
like-
it was a challenge.
It was no, it's for his song.
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha,
it was for
okay.
his song. So
There we go.
how did y'all curate that sound? Because that's hype, bro.
So it was funny. I had the beat and I had written my verse, and like with the way that it ended, like I just kind of like went off, right, and just did this little kind of like almost like a pre-verse kind
yeah.
of deal.
Okay.
But when I was done writing that, the beat kind of just like came right back in, right? And so I sat on it for a minute. I was like, okay, I want to think about this and kind of
Yeah.
see what I want to do. And then I saw Rufio, and I don't remember what show it was, but
Okay.
there was some show that he was at, and dude turned up.
Oh,
I was
always.
like, oh.
He's a bottle of Cholula himself.
Yeah, I was
like-
just like, I remember Grizz was there.
Okay.
Right, and I was just like, nigga, is this fucking white boy crazy? This white boy go wild, bro.
Shout
I
out
was
to
like, why?
Grizz.
I was like, why am I only hearing about this dude now?
right?
You know?
That's how I felt too.
But yeah, he was super cool. Like he was just
Yeah.
a super down to earth, really good guy who would really like give you anything to
Absolutely.
help you out. And yeah, so it was just good connection. And then like I just put on that song again, and I was like, you know what? I bet Rufio would kill this.
Yes.
You know, and so I hit him up. I was like, yo, bro, I got this song. I want to get you on. He's like, yeah, I'll send it to me. And he's like, yo, this song's crazy. I was like, yo, go crazy. I know. That's why it's for you. And he did their thing. So it was dope. Yeah, it was cool.
Well, I'm in love
Yeah, it was dope.
because no cap.
No
Like,
cap. It's
I'm
everywhere.
in love.
It's on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you can find music, it's there.
Man,
It's dope.
thank you for letting me play it on the
Of
show.
course.
'cause
Thank you
it's
for playing
energy
it.
that
Thank
like
you.
it just has to happen. But I could totally see you guys. I say like a poker game. And like, you know how people are like talking shit when they play poker or whatever, like it's just a pop bottles, but it's so aggressive that like I just see the poker table like,
Yeah.
you know, or throwing the call. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know.
We do have. I mean, that would be dope. I want to do it, but sneak peek. I do have a song and a video coming out featuring Green 420 V Boys, and it's called Church.
Oh.
And that's all I can say right now.
Okay.
But it's fire, and we're gonna do a music video, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be dropping next year.
I love that that's coming for you.
So look out for it.
Because you just, to hear your sound and how well you work solo when you get with other high energy artists like the V-Boys,
Right.
like 420 V-Boys, like that's gonna smash.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I can almost hear it. It's like I have to hear it because I want to hear it.
It's
so
dope.
It's like,
I mean, I'll give you a sneak peek though. Yeah, it's dope. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff coming out. You know, a lot of good things coming out.
it.
So it's amazing.
So what's next besides the music? What other lanes are you in right now?
Besides music, there's a lot of things that I'm doing. Currently still working on the podcast. We're doing Grinding on One right now. Also starting Blues Talks.
Blues Talks.
My own little talk show as well.
Okay.
Kind of like, not as cool as your show, but, mine is, again, all around talk about hip hop and kind of like, what inspired you to love it and what inspired you to do it. Usually do it with other artists and stuff like that. We've had Poet on the show. We've had Grizzly Hemis. Rhyme Time on the show.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Good
love
conversation.
It. Lots in
it's just
store.
like this one. It's dope.
Now
Go ahead. No, right ahead. No, I'm not trying to be.
There's stuff
Donald
I
Glover
want to
here.
talk about, but I don't want to I love this energy right now, but bro, how's your health?
Oh man, I mean we're hanging in there.
Okay.
It's up in the air right now. I'm gonna see a new doctor.
That could be a good thing
in January. Yeah, I hope so.
Right around the corner.
Your boy is definitely praying.
I pray for you all the time. And anybody watching, send prayers for Blue.
Please do.
I am gonna say your government name, Trevor.
That's okay. That's all right. Got to make that money. But no, it's okay. It's all right. It's definitely could be worse. I could be in a worse spot than I am right now. So I'm definitely blessed.
So what keeps you in high spirits? How do you stay positive and just keep moving forward?
I think my daughter does a lot of that. She's definitely the highlight of my life. I don't know where I'd be without her. And then I think about the music that I do have coming out. It's like I never want to get I never like getting too serious about my shit, right? And I never fucking talking my fucking game up like I'm Kanye West or something.
Well,
right?
I think that's what makes you a great artist,
right?
is you stay humble,
But it was weird. I wrote some songs, and this was maybe the tail end of 2019, right? And I wrote a couple songs, and then COVID happened, right?
Right.
And life got shifted for everybody.
Absolutely.
And I didn't get to go to my boy's house as much to record, right? And so I just kind of just stayed home and just wrote, right? And I just wrote all through the year and pretty much all through probably the middle of this year. So I spent a good 10 months just writing songs. So I've got so many songs to record now. So that's another
with
thing.
Instrumental, with production.
Yeah, I have all the beats and everything like that. And I have enough to do
an EP. LP?
I have enough to do 9 albums if I wanted to.
Bro, when you said you were writing, you were noveling.
Not kidding. It was just I would hear one beat and I would do the song, and then I would just go to the next one, because that's all I would do. I would just sit at home.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do.
Right.
You work and work on music.
I love that that's where you put your energy and your focus, because that's not what I did. I worked. I was working my job.
Look, don't get me wrong. I was not fucking constantly doing music there were days where I was
9 albums?
not doing shit. There were some days where
some people, 9 songs. You're talking albums. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So for people that love your sound, how, if they feel like they can contend with that, you know what I mean? How would they connect with you? Are you open to working with people that you've never heard of?
Yeah. I'm totally always open to hearing new artists and working with new artists. I definitely don't ever want to put anyone down because I was in that same spot. I think we all were. We all were beginners at one point. So I always definitely encourage people to reach out to me if they have any questions or anything like that. I'm always happy to help. I mean, as far as like, working and stuff like that, like, yeah, there's a budget that goes into that just because of what I have to do to produce the product.
Absolutely.
But other than that,
And you're dope. So you should charge for your time,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's lots that goes into like if you want to actually do a project. But I mean, as far as people like just reaching out for questions or just to hit me up, like fucking hit me up anytime. Like I'm always here. Okay. Yeah.
Now, do you prefer Facebook, Instagram?
Go Insta. Insta's the best way to get at me. Facebook is kind of crazy.
Facebook anyway.
Facebook is wild. Mine don't work half the time. Like half the time
Really?
it just loads and loads. And,
man.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Insta is the best way for sure.
So let's tell them one more time how to find you on social media.
All right, here we go. Ready? It's Blue Music, and I'm gonna do it for you. It's BLU_MUS, the number 1, and then C. Blue Music, right there. There it is.
I love it.
There
I love it.
You know what? So many names were taken. You know how many blue names were taken?
I can only
so
imagine. Blue is a dope color.
I tried
It's a
so
dope
many
vibe.
variations, y'all, to get the right one. But I thought that was clever. I was like, okay, the one looks like an eye, kind of, right?
But it's only one icy blue.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't say the icy blue anymore. By the way, just so
no.
Yeah, it's.
Scratch that from the
it's
record.
Okay.
It's
okay.
not around.
It's okay. You know what?
Because
No,
I know where you're going with that, and I don't even have to ask because I've been in those shoes. You know how many names I've had as a rapper?
Yeah, so it's like it's just one of those things where you got to branch out.
Music that no one's ever gonna hear. Like
It's crazy.
But I've had 4 rapper names.
That's sick.
4,
That's
and
dope.
no one has ever heard my music.
That's
Not
like-
really.
I've heard
it's
a
a
little
fun
bit.
story.
I heard a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
mean,
Like a little jam here or two.
a little jam here and there. Well, yeah,
but
but
no,
I did
yeah.
have Little in my name at one point.
Yeah, I think everyone's had a little there. in their name at one point.
L-I-L.
Yeah.
Lil.
Oh my god. I've had like I think the first rapper name that I ever had.
Yeah.
is so embarrassing. Black Ice.
That's not
Because I'm
embarrassing.
dangerous.
But I like
Black
that. I
Ice is
kind of like
dangerous.
that.
No, it was super corny.
I kind
And
of
at
like
the
that though, because you can't see it, and then when you're there, it's too late.
Yeah, but they already made a Black Ice air freshener, and that kind of ruined it.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's all they. Yeah, it was not.
It goes back to the spelling.
It always goes back to the spelling.
Yeah, and if you're battling, that could be really
yeah, that's not
bad.
good. That's not a good look. And I'm sensitive. That's why I didn't battle back in the day. That's why I didn't do it. It's funny. I was actually having that conversation with Hemis the other day, just because like you know what it was like. We used to have like these battles that went on in Salt Lake all the time. We always had battles going on, and now you don't see them anymore.
Right.
So it's just like I asked him. I was like, how did that feel to kind of be a part of that history of Salt Lake? Like you're a part of that little piece of history. It may be a little sliver, and it may be not.
It happened though.
It happened. And he said it was pretty cool. That's actually cool that when you think about it like that. So yeah, I think it's really interesting.
That is interesting. Cool. Shout out to Hemis. He's actually hosting an event on the 23rd for DJ Brisk's
shout out
birthday.
Dope.
Juggies, Slap Lake City is throwing it on at Soundwell.
Dope.
So this will drop before then. So make sure y'all come out and support.
Check it.
But he's hosting. So
that's dope. He's a
a
host.
dope artist. How did you meet him?
Oh man, I've known Hemis forever. So in that group that I mentioned before, one day, we met Grizz first, right?
Okay.
Let me back up a little bit. So one of the guys in the group, his cousin was TCP, right? You know TCP. And so
Maybe. I don't know.
Little short dude that was in Young Minds with Hemis and Grizz. They had a little
Maybe.
group.
I'd have to see him.
Okay, yeah. It was a cousin, and that's how we met Grizz. So Grizz came over, and he had this big old afro, right?
And he's 6'2",
Yeah, he's super
6'3".
tall.
You're tall too, though. So
Kind of. I'm 5'11", but it was weird. He like came over and he's just like, "Yo, what's up?" And Grizzly B shook us out and he started beatboxing, right? And so like he would come over, and we would party. And one time, Hemis came over one night.
Yeah.
And I was not there when he arrived, but when I had got there, they were having like these little rap sessions. Down there. And he was down there and he was rapping, and he was rapping in such like a Hemis raps. He raps in a weird way. Like he never raps like. He raps on beat, like of course, but like he has his own unique rhythm. Yeah, he has a unique rhythm to how he raps, and it was weird. Yeah, and so like ever since then, we were like, "Oh, dude, him is crazy."
Yeah, cool. Blondie Kong.
Yeah, and so like it's crazy to I've known him for so long. I've witnessed like his weight loss. I remember he was a big boy back in the day, and he's a little tiny twig. So.
Gee.
Yeah, he's tiny.
We could talk about that in your life as well. How much weight have you lost?
I don't know. Don't want to know the number.
You don't want to know the number?
Want to know the number.
Well, you're looking trim, my
Well,
friend.
thank you. I'm definitely trying. But it's been cool. It's been cool. So I've been doing like this this weird fasting thing, right?
Okay, let's talk about
now,
that because I love fasting.
It's not for everybody. Mine's kind of an experimental fast that I'm going to warn you, not anyone should do this. Actually, you know what? No one should do this. But it worked for me.
Okay.
So I pretty much, all I did was cut down my eating, right?
Okay.
I kind of did it drastically. So I eat 2 days a week. Now, that sounds crazy, right? Everyone's like, whoa, hold on, 2 days a week? Son, you're crazy. That's not saying that I just go days without eating. When I say 2 days a week, that means I eat 2 good-sized full meals a week. Any other days where I want to eat, I can eat something small. I can make something small and I'll eat something small. But I can only eat once that day. If it's an eat day, right, I can eat multiple times. I can eat like twice, 3 times, doesn't matter.
How did you train your body to do that?
I don't know. I don't know. It all started New Year's this year.
Okay.
And I had a party, right?
Yeah.
And I was a bad alcoholic. I drank alcohol for many years. And I had this party. Coworkers came over.
Yeah.
Some girl brought over those little seltzer beers. Yeah, super funny. And
Those are trash.
Yeah, they're gross. They're bad. So she brought those over, and she brought tequila. And got
That's
smashed,
a bad
right?
mix.
And like I had just like just some Corona beers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like sipping, and it wasn't getting anything crazy. I wasn't getting drunk. And then like the next day, cleaning up, like I realized I opened my fridge and all those seltzers were still there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm an alcoholic. I'm not gonna let these go to waste.
Oh shit!
You know,
beer in the fridge challenge.
fucking whatever. It's alcohol.
Yeah.
And so like I drank one and it was terrible. I was like, oh god, this is gross. I'm gonna mix this with Crystal Light. That's what I did, and it was
sounds
fucking
like a bomb.
It was great.
Was it?
It was great. I was like, yo, this is way better.
Okay.
I was like, I was getting ready to email them,
Alcohol
email the company
Kool-Aid.
and be like, look, y'all need to add Crystal, y'all need to link with Crystal Light or something, because y'all shit.
Alcoholic Kool-Aid is what it sounds
But
like.
so yeah, I did that, and so I just would keep like just mixing Crystal Light in that seltzer, and then one day I realized that all the seltzer was gone, and so I was like, I guess I'll just drink Crystal Light. And so ever since that day, I have not had a drop of alcohol. Yeah,
That part.
there it is. And that was like January 11th.
But how did you train your body to only eat twice a week?
I don't know. It was just that was something that I had done some research on like different fastings to do.
Okay.
Right? And none of them like really appealed to me, right?
Right.
And so I essentially kind of took 2 fasting methods and combined them
Interesting.
to make kind of like my own. And the reason I was able to do that is because of how big I was, right?
Because you had enough.
I'm essentially letting my body eat itself.
You were doing Human Survivor.
Yeah, kind of.
Like your own Human Survivor. Stuff like y'all know what I meant though. Y'all knew what I meant.
But no, yeah, you're right. And I talked to my doctor about it, and my doctor was like, obviously this is not healthy. Like this is not like a healthy thing, right? But like
we
as
could
far
talk about health
as far as like nutrition, right? Because I'm not getting the nutrition I need
your
every
daily
day,
nutrition,
right? His only thing was like, I will approve this as long as you drink water. You drink water every day, good to go. So I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, I just didn't I didn't think about food as much. I think the hardest part about it is really the days where you do eat.
the psychological portion of
Just because
no
like
pun intended.
because your body is like wanting that fuel, right?
Yeah.
It's needing that fuel. But it's essentially needing to find it from somewhere else.
Well, not just that, but like, I don't know about you, but there's carbs in everything. And so our body is like addicted to sugar.
Yeah.
Whether it's, all natural sugar, refined sugar, carbohydrate sugar, like there's sugar in everything. And so not only were you detoxing from sugar, but you're detoxing from like even just, bad food.
Yeah, exactly. I don't and I don't eat I won't eat fast food anymore. Like I don't. Yeah, I won't even touch it.
That's awesome. Are you vegetarian? Or
No.
Okay.
Oh no, my dear.
Oh no, carnivore.
I need my steak. I do need my steaks.
That's a good one to pick though.
But no, yeah, I think for me, like, I just a lot of it was a lot of mental work, and a lot of it was not wanting to go back to how big I was, right? I had spent a good majority of my life being a bigger person,
right?
And so like this is the time where I've like felt small, right? For like the first time in my life, and it's kind of like weird. Like I was like skinnier as a kid, but like I don't remember when I was like fucking 5, so
but your adult life,
my adult life, it's kind of like I'm a little bit smaller, and so I think that was a motivator. Like that was a big motivator for me to kind of keep the fasting, even on days where I was hungry. But even on days where I would eat like maybe 3 or 4 days in a row, it's not something to where like I'm picking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that was the biggest thing is learning my proportions.
Well, your body hasn't ate, and so it can be very dangerous to just jump in and eat food.
Yeah,
so I do
exactly.
fasting. I started fasting with Ramadan through Islam, like in April, and it's like a full 30 days.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've seen some shit.
You don't eat or drink, like
Yeah,
you don't
no,
swallow, basically.
Yeah.
So like you can have air,
Yeah,
but like no gum.
You can't even have water, right?
No water.
Yeah.
But it's basically from the morning prayer, right, sun up, to the evening prayer, and then you break your fast with something small like dates is what's encouraged. Right. Plus it's I don't want to say biblical because that doesn't match their religion, but it's part of like their culture and part of the religion to eat the dates and then have this big meal, iftar, and then that's how my stomach's like food. Sorry about that.
Yo, what's for dinner?
But you break your fast, but you start with water and then dates, and then you pray again, and then you have your iftar meal, and it's different, like, but it's not just food that you fast from. So it's like foul language, anger,
That's dope.
sex, like all of
Just
that,
anything.
and you don't drink alcohol in Islam anyway.
Yeah.
So it was interesting for me to go through that detox and that fast because it wasn't just the food. And the funny thing is the food wasn't what I struggled with the most.
Really?
It was the music, because I realized that music is trash. The stuff we say, the things we encourage, let me pull that back. Music is not trash, but the message is trash a lot of times.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 people don't know what they're talking about.
Well, we feed our brain just as much as we feed our body, and our ears and our eyes are always watching and listening. And so I was like, holy crap, I'm not supposed to be listening to my favorite artist. And like, I really had to dig deep into the soul of my, playlist and be like, okay, I can listen to this, because anyway, I digress. It's amazing to see your journey over the last couple years and see where you've come now. When did you leave Netflix?
2019. End
Oh,
of 2019,
shit. Right before
yeah.
the pandemic. Okay.
It was crazy.
They're not even in Utah anymore,
No,
right?
they moved out to Mesa, Arizona.
Wow.
And then year after that, shut that side down.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
Karma.
We are then. I believe they're only in the Philippines now.
Wow.
So,
Shout out to them.
yo, I tried to buy a house in the Philippines back in like 2011.
Did you really?
I'm serious.
What's your travel like? You been around the world or what?
No, I wish. I've been to a few places. The most recent places that I went to Canada. I went to Victoria.
Oh, beautiful.
Went up to Alaska. And I went to the Caribbean. Went to the Cayman Islands, Mexico. Lots of different places. But
Bro, you're making me want warm weather, and it's still smells. It's still
oh
snowing.
no, it's covering. It's coming.
I'll take a picture and slide it into the podcast.
I feel like Sanka from Cool Running. Ice. The winter cold ice.
Oh damn.
Oh, God.
Blue, I love your vibe. I love your music.
Of course.
There is one question that I always ask every podcaster.
Oh,
but
okay.
before we get to that final question, is there anything you want to add or anything I left out?
You know, I think you hit everything on the head, but I want a little insight, kind of like why you do your show. Like,
You wanna know why I
wanna
do my
yeah,
show?
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit about yours. Because I know you've been doing stuff a long time, right?
Yeah.
You've been doing your thing, right?
Yeah.
And when I saw you doing the morning cup of culture thing and really getting it up and running, I was like, yeah,
Finally.
go.
I got out of my own fucking way.
Shit.
Finally.
Crack out that eggshell. But like, what keeps you doing this? Like, what really drives you to do this?
Man, I'm a kind of loner. Not to get too emotional, but like I spend a lot of time alone. The pandemic hit me. I live alone. I don't have kids. I'm not super close with my family, and the family I do have, we don't live together. So it's like, this is my community, and learning people's music and getting to know people through their music and their social justice issues and whatever other conversations that are going to be had on Morning Cup of Culture. It's just me connecting to people, because the pandemic it still fucks me up. Like, I never had social issues where like I'd go into a room with people and I've never felt uncomfortable walking into a room like ever in my life. And to come out of COVID and walk into a room and feel uncomfortable around people, like worried, am I going to get sick?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
where have they been? And is 6 feet even going to fucking matter?
Yeah, I know,
like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's this brain fuck that we've been given. We've been brainwashed. And because of that social distance, like, nah, bro, like, just keep your germs over there, eat healthy, wash your hands,
Not hard.
and let's all get along.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that fucking hard.
Yeah.
But coming out of that and going into the social, I had to do this, because if I didn't, like, am I gonna be an introvert now? Like,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm equally introvert and extrovert. I need to recharge. I need my space. I need my quiet,
Your time.
my quiet zone.
Your time, yeah.
But I love community. And when I started this on the college network years ago, before it went away, it was me giving to the community. And now this is me taking from the community, because I want to tell people stories. I want to tell, their struggles and their tribulations. And I really just want to connect people, because I think it's important that whoever's watching this right now knows who Blue is. And they also know that, like, there's a human behind the music that has to eat still, that even if it's only twice a week, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
You still have a daughter to feed. Like, music costs money. And I think that people have lost touch with the fact that if you're listening for free and you're not buying t-shirts and you're not even paying the 99-cent download, like, you're not giving back to the community that you're taking from.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing this.
I love it. I
So,
absolutely love that.
Yeah, long-winded. It's selfish. It's all selfish.
I already said it once before. You're gonna be on Sway in the Morning one day.
Hey, Sway.
If you listening,
Sway.
it's your girl right here. It's your girl.
Oh man, Blue, you're gonna make me blush.
All right, okay. So what's the magical question that you have?
Well, now you may have already asked the question.
Did I already
kind
do it?
of.
Did I already do it?
If you were in my shoes and you were asking the question, what question would you ask yourself?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would ask myself, why didn't I put some things first? There were some things throughout.
In what context, though? You mean before the music?
I mean, like, it was kind of during the music.
Okay.
Right? I think there were some opportunities that I may have turned down that maybe I shouldn't have. Right.
Yeah.
There were times where I've not done songs, right, because I'm afraid how people will feel about them. Right. And part of me is like, well, why didn't you just
do
anyway,
it and
right?
fuck what people think.
And yeah, I mean, and honestly, like, I don't even really have an answer right now. Like, when I think about it,
But you're asking the question.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. So I think those would definitely be the questions I would ask, for sure.
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all have not heard Icy Blue's music, rewind this episode.
Just blue. Oh, it's okay.
See,
It's
habit.
a learning curve.
It's habit. It is a learning curve.
It's all right. Implement. It's all right.
Make sure y'all check out Blue.
There it is. Yes.
Not just Blue, but Blue.
Blue dot. It's actually there is a period that has to be there.
Blue period.
Yeah.
Speaking.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's a convoluted, crazy world we live in now.
It is very convoluted.
But yeah, you can find me on whatever platform. I guarantee it. Apple, Spotify, TikTok, Snapchat, Insta, wherever. I guarantee it's on there. Just search Blue Dot and it will be there.
And he is one of my favorite Salt Lake City artists.
Oh, you were too sweet. You were way too sweet.
No, I'm honest.
Oh,
I'm honest.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
no
the
cap.
honesty.
No cap.
There it is. That's all I was waiting on.
Morning Cup of Culture doesn't say goodbye. We build communities and make music.